In the previous video, we have seen the decimal notation. We divide fractions and whole numbers with a point in the center. Towards the left are the wholes and towards the right all fractions. But of course, written using our digits. Now let's take a look at that, what it means again, and then let's move further. So it starts with, let's say we have a cup. I have one cup. Now, if I have to put these together 10 times, of course, let's say if I have two cups, or let's keep it one. Now, putting these together 10 times, I'll have an entire 10. Now, this you know, so if I have say one of this 10 here, and if I have two of these cups, if I were to slice or cut this cup into 10 equal pieces or strips, so that would be a fraction. Now I can't write one for that. So what do? I think of it as a tenth. My first position to the right will mean how many tenths, which means if that one cup was broken into 10 equal parts, how many of them? So this is one of them. You see this one rotating here. So this is actually 1 upon 10. This is 1/10. Now if I were to add three more, so this actually means 3/10. So I would write 3/10. All right. So now we can keep continuing like that. What you also see here is that the size here is increasing. So if I have a few more tenths, take a look. 4, 5. Look at the size of the cup. If I'm putting it together, now if I've reached 9/10, the cup is almost, this is an inverted cup, upside down. So of course, one more tenth, and you will see if I fill this tenth here, my dear friends, all of this put together becomes another cup, right? So see this 9, and if I add one more, this will become 0. There'll be no tenth, but there will be, of course, one whole. So let's take a look at that. Let me do that for you. One more tenth and 13, or one less will be 12, and of course 9/10. One more tenth will of course again be 13. So now if I were to if I had one of this, and if I have to cut this itself into 10 more, my entire cup will be 10 times 10, which will have 100 parts. So that one thin slice, 100 of them put together, will form this entire cup here. How thin will that be? Here it's at the top. Take a look here. So now 10 of these put together, this of course is a hundredth. Let me show you. This is a hundredth. There's a th at the end. This of course will be 100, but we don't have any of them here. So this is a hundredth, and the way this can be in a fraction written like this. So if I, let's say, have three of the hundredths, three of the hundredths actually means this is 300ths. So now you see I have 1/10, 300ths, or you can also think of this itself as 10 hundredths, right? Or 1/10. Either ways, it's the same thing. So if it's a 10 hundredth, then I can say 10 hundredths and 300 is also 13 hundredths, right? So therefore, this is the way to understand this. So it's 1/10, 3 hundredths, or 13 hundredths put together. Either ways, it means the same thing because you're putting things together. So also observe that if I have this, if I break it into 10 parts, becomes this. If I break this into 10 parts, becomes this. If I break this into 10 parts, become this. If I put 10 of these hundredths together, I get 1/10. If I put 10 of these tenths together, I get one cup. If I put 10 of the cups together, 10 ones, I get 10, 1/10. So this is like dividing, and this way you keep multiplying or putting 10 times of it together. Also, let's say if I have this were 9, and if this were 9. Now imagine if I add one more of the hundredth, which I add here, one small piece, this will become an entire whole, because this one more will be 1/10, 1/10 will fit in here, and the entire thing will be filled, and I'll have one more cup. So see, just adding 1/100th makes it 14. So take a look. So this 99, 13, 13 and 99 hundredths, one more hundred, it becomes 14. So I think this should be clear and this should help you. And let's move further. Now let's say you've read that the height of Mount Everest is 8848.861 meters, and that's above sea level. So what does this mean? So let's take this number 8848.861 and let's put it into our decimal notation, which is wholes and fractions. So 8848.861. So it's 8848. So we have 8848 and 861. Yes, 861. 0.861, point in the center. So what this means, it's 8848 meters. Therefore, it's 8,800, 810. So you take a meter, you put 10 of it together, if you have four of those. You put 10 of the tens together, you have eight like that. You put 10 of the hundreds together, you have eight like that. So 8848 meters. Now that 1 meter, you break it into 1,000 parts, or let's say you first break it into 10 parts. That's tenth. You have eight of them, and then there's still some remaining. So you break it into, of course, you want to measure it. So you break it into 100. You measure. There are six such parts, and then there is still some remaining. It's so tiny that you break it into 1,000, and there's just one such part. Or another way is to just imagine. Basically, you can think of it as 861 861 thousandths. So you can always say 861 thousandths. So how you read this number is 8,848 and 861 thousandths. So how are they related? If I put 10 thousandths together, I get 100. If I put 10 hundredths together, I get a tenth. If I put 10 tenths or 10 pieces of the meter together, I get the original 1 meter. And then of course, I put 10 ones, I get a 10, 10 tens, get 100. So be careful about how this is related. It's all a game about cutting, dividing into tens, and it's about grouping into 10 times, 10 times, 10 times. So please, now that we understand this, let's move to something more interesting.